My first altcoin of the day that I've chosen to showcase to you today is a bit of ChainLink. As you can see, guys, all-time highs coming down from ChainLink at around, where are we? At around $52 there. From there, we have set pretty strong lower highs here, guys. Pretty strong lower highs, but you can see what's happened. We've actually come up here. We've invalidated the most recent, well, not the most recent lower high, but the most recent lower high from the previous all-time high, right? Back in April, May sort of time. Yeah, May. And now in November, we've actually come up, we've invalidated all of the other lower highs, setting a very strong lower high, but it is actually quite a bullish sign there for Link. Granted, yes, we have absolutely fallen off the cliff after that. That's probably due to Bitcoin and due to a lot of everything else dumping off the cliff. But overall, I would say this uptrend for Link is not actually too bad. I would have ideally liked to bounce, then we could have actually continued this trend. But we saw this trend pattern. We saw this symmetrical triangle chart pattern playing out. As you can see, massive levels of support along this zone. Very, very, very strong. And we were looking for basically a breakdown, right? We have got a breakdown example from this as well. And this is basically where we were staggering our take profits as we were basically moving down, right? Very, very nice indeed. Made a bit of cold, hard cash coming through from this. I actually waited for a shorter term time frame entry here because we did have another symmetrical triangle pattern playing out at the bottom of a downtrend, right? And that basically means, guys, it's a bearish pennant chart pattern, which means continuation to the downside, right? That's basically what we saw here. Saw a lovely entry coming through around this sort of zone here. Take profits staggering all the way down. Made a lovely bit of cold hard cash, right? It did dump. It did dump pretty aggressively, right? I did manage to get my first take profit hit and then stop loss to my entry point. And then I basically just hit loads of take profits all the way down. And then by the time that I realized that I was out of the trade, it was later on in that day. And we were pretty much sat down here. So I ended up closing my position there at around, it was around 20% profit, right? It's really, really quite nice indeed. But yeah, that's something I just want to talk about very quickly because it's a nice example of nice trend or chart patterns actually playing out. Let's jump down to the shorter term time frames and see if we can get some sort of gauge in terms of a price prediction of what's actually happening now. I would say we've got a very strong W chart pattern playing out, guys. Potential for coming up to this area yet again, and that's going to be around $25.82. So that's definitely going to be a point to watch. I would say it's not going to be an easy run up, guys. We're not just going to be running up like parabolic motions, right? Especially with Bitcoin behaving the way that it's behaving. What I do want to say is we've got multiple levels to get over in terms of resistance, right? So we could be looking at quite a considerably long time to get there. Maybe say that 2 days, right? On the hourly chart, right? So yeah, not too bad overall if this uptrend is going to continue, right? This is what we are looking for. In terms of support points right now, we're actually currently resting on a very, very crucial trend line, actually. We're currently resting on a very crucial trend line. Just get that sorted and get rid of that. We're currently resting on a very, very crucial trend line here, guys, which hopefully we can actually find support on. If we can, very nice indeed. If not, we're probably going to be looking at a bit of a leg down, right? And this could signify a potential short position, guys. So it's definitely something to be taken advantage of. And if this is going to happen, we need to be looking at Bitcoin, guys. We need to be looking at Bitcoin because if Bitcoin's going to be losing 48,500, then Link is probably going to lose this this upwards parallel channel as well. And that's probably going to be an indication for a double entry sort of scenario there. Obviously shorting Bitcoin and obviously shorting Link at the same time. Good stuff coming through there. In terms of a measure move, in terms of target prices for Link here, this is why it has claimed my altcoin of the day. You can see this is what we are going to be looking for there, around $20 there, and you can see how strong the consolidation in this area is actually going to be. So that basically says to us, very nice solid bounce point potentially lining up for us there. Now, in terms of percentages here, people, in terms of percentages, we could be looking at around a 6.5% gain there, and that's paper, guys. That's cold hard cash. That's really, really nice. Really, really nice indeed, and that is that's a spot trade as well. It's not a leverage position. If you guys are leveraging this, you know the gains. It's going to be serious gains coming through there. And in terms of an entry point for this, I wouldn't be entering until we've cleared this zone here. As you can see there, very strong level of support and very strong resistance here. You can see us pretty much banging it down. If we actually lose this horizontal here, then you can see the momentum that we could actually gain to the downside here. As you can see, has happened before. Very nice indeed. That's a very good example of us basically making cold hard cash, making money, and you all know why we're here. We're here to make money. It's as simple as that, right? So yeah, definitely a point to be looking out for there is going to be the breakdown for this upward sloping parallel channel here for Link on the hourly. What I would say here is, let's have a little look at the RSI. We're pretty we've got room for growth, right? We've got room for growth here on the RSI. I would say we are potentially looking at some sort of bullish divergence. If this is going to come into fruition, guys, we need to take this into consideration, right? We really do, because if we do see a reversal coming through earlier than obviously the dump down on the RSI, then this is going to be the bullish divergence coming through, and that's obviously going to mean momentum to the upside, right? So if we are going to be if we are going to be shorting this zone here, we definitely need to be taking that into consideration for a potential bounce point. This is why we're going to be staggering our take profits all the way down. We stagger our take profits because if we see a reversal like I was just talking about for that bullish divergence, we basically we hit our first take profit, we take our stop loss, we move our stop loss to our entry point, and that basically means it's going to be a successful trade no matter what happens. As long as you hit that first take profit, you're golden. You're golden. Yeah, that is going to be your update today on ChainLink. Definitely a couple of things to be looking out for there, guys.